Hey guys, Zephyrnix here, and I'm going to give you my impressions of the Nintendo 3DS.
I wanna be the very best. I wanna be the very best.
So what's going on, guys? So I definitely had a little bit of hands-on time with Nintendo's new 3DS system here. And before I begin, I'll let you know I didn't have a lot of time due to time restraints. So I wanted to really dig into what everyone wanted to see, and of course that's the 3D. Everyone wanted to know about the 3D, so I made sure I got some in-depth time with the 3D. So with that being said, first, the game I really got to play was Street Fighter. Now, it was actually pretty good. First of all, let's talk about the actual 3D before we actually get into the game. Now, I did a couple of things. First of all, I turned on a game here, representation. I went ahead and viewed it, and it was good. That simple. Okay, I saw the 3D. Unlike the, and you know, mind you, let me show you something. Basically, I know my 3D, okay? Definitely had, you know, some good amount of experience with all forms of 3D. So, and no, I ain't got the shutter glasses yet. But anyway, though I've used them. But anyway, so the difference between the 3D for that particular thing versus the 3D for the glasses, rather, you know, or for the PlayStation and Xbox 360 versus the 3D for the 3DS, is the fact that when it comes to the consoles such as like the PC, the PlayStation 3, and the Xbox 360's 3D, it actually comes out, or it gives the impression that it's coming out. Where with the Nintendo 3DS, it's like it's going in, so it's like more depth going in. So that's kind of something there, you know. So like, you know, so like when you use or when you go to the movies for that matter, you will see like, you know, it's flying over there and it looks like it's coming close to you, you know. Where the 3D image doesn't look like it's coming close to you per se, but it makes the whole entire like game or screen rather look like they have a lot more depth. And it's actually pretty good. It kind of brings out the game. So with that being said, let's go ahead over to oh, I'm sorry, before I even go there, I've actually did this too, just to make sure, because I know a lot of people were saying different things about the sweet spot and whatnot. So I kind of moved my head to the side and kind of did all of this with it just to kind of see how it looked. And to be honest with you, if you have it exactly the way you actually play games, bang, it's going to work. Enough said. There's also a slider on the right-hand side which indicates, you know, how much power you want to put toward the 3D. And there's a 3D indicator on the right-hand side as well, which lets you know if this particular shot is in 3D. So with that being said, let's go ahead and, I'm sorry if I did that. Basically, it's a sweet spot. Like, there's a sweet spot, but it's not nowhere near as I don't want to say important. It's nowhere near a factor like everyone else was saying. Seriously, it was like, okay, there you go. It's there. You know, I moved it up, I moved it right, and until I really go wild with it, that's when it starts to when it starts to fade out. But I also looked on the screen with someone else, and I saw the 3D just fine. So all the stuff that they were saying, no, don't even go for it. It was all gravy from there. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead over to the game. So Street Fighter basically has two modes when you first get in there, aside from choosing which language you want to see. You get the normal or dynamic mode. Now, the normal mode pretty much plays like a regular Street Fighter. The only difference is that the background is actually static in this particular iteration of Street Fighter. But what you do is the backgrounds actually look fantastic. We call it the power bars there at the top look really good, and it really has that 3D look, and it was fantastic. It was fantastic. Like, there was no hate on it whatsoever. I was just like, okay, I'm feeling it. And I sat there and played for a while now, just really enjoying it. Then what happened was I actually went ahead and reset the game and went over to dynamic mode. Now what dynamic mode is that instead of watching it from this angle, you're actually watching it from this angle, to a point where you're watching it from like the third person perspective, kind of like a Gears of War-ish viewing area of the game, where you're actually fighting that way. And that one actually gives more 3D depth to it, because you actually, you know, you're actually fighting back and forth, and you know, that's like the hippopotamus in one of the boards where sitting there roaring and you were fighting back and forth. It was great. So overall, it was fantastic. I had a fantastic time with the system. Now with that being said, there is some little things that I will say about the system. And really is one particular big, I don't want to say big flaw, but yeah, So when I actually went ahead and played it, I finished, shook the guy's hands, and I got my car, drove off. As I got in the car and drove off, I had an extreme headache. My eyes were like, they were hurting very badly, and I was extremely nauseous, and I was a little bit dizzy. So that was something I definitely thought I needed to go ahead and bring to everyone's attention. I was extremely dizzy, and it could have been because I jumped into a hot car and was driving, but I really did feel that way. In fact, it is currently 9 o'clock right now. I did this at 11 o'clock this morning, and I'm still just getting over it, like my eyes still are feeling somewhat the effects, but I was literally feeling it the entire day, to the point where me and wife decided just to go out for a little drive here. Maybe that'll make me feel better. So, yeah, it was definitely something that, I thought I need to make mention to. Now, with that being said, am I going to get it? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. Seriously, why would you not get, for what everything that Nintendo has done on the handheld system, it's definitely worth getting. I mean, the new Pokemons, the new, Castlevanias, all these new games that will be coming out, are definitely worth it. Now, that being said, it's probably going to take a while for you to actually get used to the 3D. That's probably what the reason was. Like, when you first play it, it's going to start messing with you. I think you really need to get used to how the 3D feels, and that could have been with the situations, which I honestly believe that for me to actually play it more than I was playing before, basically I need to get used to it. That's all it is from there. Overall, like I said before, it's definitely a buy. And a lot of people have a problem with the lineup. Honestly, I don't. Street Fighter itself is a fantastic game and really shows the power. That being said, I do believe that some other games, the Dead or Alive game will be coming up for very soon. And you guys know I'm a huge Dead or Alive fan. So that's definitely one of those games I really do enjoy. So both games, definitely one of my favorite games I will be playing on there. You guys know I used to play a lot of Dead or Alive on the Xbox 360. I don't currently right now, but don't let that get to you. I'm going to pick it up very soon. But anyway, that's all I really want to say. I want to give you guys my impressions of it. It's definitely one of those great devices that I really did enjoy, despite the headache. I really did enjoy it. So that's it. That's my impressions for the Nintendo 3DS. For impressions like this and other impressions as well as news, go ahead and head over to thegamefanatics.com and check out all the news we have available. You guys have a good night. Zephyrnix out.